listened to your opening statement, and we all talked so passionately about what was happening on the college campuses as it pertains to anti-Semitism is absolutely unacceptable, and I appreciate that. However, talk is cheap, and we really need action. So what I'd like to talk a little bit about today is what actual action items, not lip service, but action items have happened. So I'll start with you. President Gay, under your leadership, Harvard has done little to condemn Hamas's brutal murder of women and children, promote Israel's right to defend itself, or protect Jewish students from harassment. For example, I'm curious, what action was taken from Harvard when a Jewish student was mobbed on your campus last month? Action, not lip service action, ma'am.
So this specific incident, I've communicated about publicly. So as you may know, that is an incident that is currently under investigation by HUPD and the FBI.
Any action?
And when that investigation is complete,
so you can't
we will
answer.
address
I'm
it
going to
through
move
a
on to my
student
next
disciplinary
question. Do you have an action item or not as of this time? Was any action taken? Any action?
I can't share more about
will these students intimidating Jewish students just because they are Jewish be expelled from the university?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your question.
Will the students who are intimidating Jewish students just because they're Jewish be expelled?
You're describing conduct that sounds like it would violate our policies against bullying and intimidation and harassment. And if that is the case, it would be addressed through our policies.
Another question. Why did you allow protesters to occupy University Hall for 24 hours? And not only were these students not punished, but two of your deans provided them with food and promised no disciplinary action would be taken. And that was reported by the Harvard Crimson.
I can assure you that we have very strong disciplinary processes, and where conduct violates our policies, we
So did
use
conduct
those policies.
violate your policies during that
We have disciplinary
incident?
processes underway.
So is there an answer to that or not?
We have disciplinary processes underway.
So was any discipline action? I love the lip service. I do. And you academic, I love that. I'm looking for an action item. Yes, no. Was anybody expelled? Any action item. And if you don't know, that's okay too.
We hold our community to account.
All right, I'll reclaim
for our
my
policies.
time. Thank you, President Magill. Under your tenure, swastikas have been drawn outside residence halls where Jewish students live. The Hillel House was broken into. Jewish students urged not to wear symbols of their ethnicity, and those same students harassed when they go to collect kala for Shabbat. I will be submitting questions for the record on outbreaks of anti-Semitism at UPenn, and I look forward to your response because obviously 5 minutes is just way too short of an answer. But I would encourage you to give answers. We deserve answers. People deserve answers, not rhetoric, action items. It is clear that the Jewish students on all of your campuses are afraid to be themselves because you have refused to take real action. There's that word, action, against anti-Semitism, right? A lot of rhetoric, no action. I strongly encourage all of you to look at the Holocaust learning experience set up by Morris Life Health System in Florida to teach lessons from the actual Holocaust to students in 5th through 12th grade. This program has trained hundreds of teachers in 2 short years and has gone a long way to teaching students about the harm anti-Semitism has in our communities. Harvard, UPenn, and MIT, I think y'all could learn a little bit about this. With the remainder of my time, I will yield to Ms. Stefanik.
Harvard receives funding from foreign entities and governments which support its Middle East Studies Department, correct?
We receive funding from a variety of sources because we have alumni from all over the world.
But that is correct, right? The Middle Eastern Studies Department?
We receive funding from various sources.
It's a yes or no. Are you not aware where the Middle Eastern Studies Department receives funding?
We receive funding from various sources.
I am asking you a yes or no question. You are under oath in front of the United States Congress. You are giving lip service provided your attorneys. It's a yes or no question. Harvard receives funding from foreign entities and governments which support its Middle Eastern Studies Department, correct?
We have alumni all over the world, and we benefit
So the answer is correct.
from their
Yes.
philanthropy.
Yes. The answer is correct.
We receive support from
And
our
that's
alumni from all over the
And
world,
that support,
from individuals.
And what amount of support is that reported to the federal government?
I'd have to actually look at our filings.
You don't know? As the president of the university, you don't know?
Not that particular number.
It's
No, I don't.
$1.5 billion over the past 3 years. Are you aware of that?
I don't know if that is the correct number, but that's the number you've shared.
Has